Okay. And there's two primary tools that you're going to use kind of for orchestration. You're going to use a build server and you're going to use a deployment server. Azure DevOps has both of those built in. The build server is more mature. Plenty of people using it for deploys as well, but a lot of people graduate from Azure Pipelines on the deploy side to Octopus Deploy whenever their needs get more sophisticated. Because Octopus Deploy is in the .NET space, it's the first and the most built out and most mature deployment server to pair with a build server. So just kind of level set on some of that infrastructure. If you're using TeamCity for builds, if you're using Jenkins, if you're using GitHub Actions, that's all fine. Any of those will do the job. Okay. And this is just an example in Azure Pipelines of what it looks like when you have the full pipeline model. If I go to the next screen, we build the application, then we deploy to our TDD environment, then to our UAT environment, then to production. And you see that it's a multi-stage pipeline, and it goes from left to right. You want your pipeline, you want to be able to visualize it and connect it, you go from left to right. Just like on a work tracking board using Kanban style, you take cards or issues or tasks, whatever you want to call them, and you move those in statuses from left to right. One of the common mistakes that some people use when configuring these tools is they don't actually set up a flow. They have environments stacking vertically instead of left to right. So I want to stress that. When you visualize it, you want it to go left to right. Now, every team is going to have a minimum of 3 environments. Why? Because you have a minimum of 3 distinct types of environment. Everybody has production, you need at least one of those. Then backing off from that, you need an environment where you can have somebody completely test out the software. And a common name for that is UAT, user acceptance testing. You also have staging. You can call it whatever you want. And you can have as many manual test environments as you want. Different versions of the word test or verification. Then backing off of manual test, you need at least one of those. Now we have a test automation environment. I like to call it the TDD environment to invoke the concept of test-driven development. And that is not for manual testing. It's for automated testing, automated full system testing. And that is where no humans are allowed. When we build a new version of the software, we automatically deploy it to our TDD environment, and we automatically run a test suite of full system tests. Whether you do it in the acceptance test style or Gherkin, the given when then, that doesn't matter. The fact is, these tests require a fully deployed version of your entire application on a production-like environment in order to run. Okay. So if you have some screens that you pull up in a web browser, then you're using tools like Selenium or Playwright to type in text boxes, to click buttons, and make sure that the screens do the right thing, as well as setting up data in the database behind the application. So just want to level set.